conference matchup where you could say throw out the records, except both teams are having outstanding seasons, coming in ranked in the top 25. Looking forward to this one. And welcome to Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. As we'll see the number 11 team in the country, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get right to the action. Alabama will kick it off to get us underway. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. And he stopped at the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. So Kentucky's will get the first crack on offense today. And all eyes, Kirk, in this matchup of elite wide receivers. They got great skill. They got big personalities. You know they want to outdo each other in the showdown today.
Well, it's a showcase opportunity for both of these two wide receivers. A lot of eyes on them, not only in college football, but I don't know the last time, Chris, we were on the field pregame and saw so many NFL personnel evaluating these two to see who ends up stepping up and playing better.
Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7. Both teams settling in, looking to set the tone here, Kirk. In a game where there's a lot at stake with both teams coming in.
Yeah, both these teams realize this is a key game in the grand scheme of things. Late in a year like this, a winner may be able to look back at this as a game being the reason they finish strong and make a big push to those bowl games around New Year's.
On the run, it's Cook.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
They stop him out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield. This Kentucky offense is quickly moving down the field. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. They test the middle and get stuck. That is just not open for business today.
Chris, textbook job by the defense, surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Blocked by the receiver. Zero running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense had everything covered downfield. The quarterback tries to check it down, but how about the defensive speed to be able to sniff that out?
Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make it. And here comes a deep shot. Pass caught. Can he get in? Defense makes the saving tackle at the 3.
Oh, how about that, Chris? This defense has been taken for a ride. I'm not sure if they're overconfident or they just fell asleep a little bit, but whatever the case, they better wake up because now they're facing a goal to go, and I wouldn't be surprised if we get a play into the end zone right here.
After the huge play, they're pounding on the door. It's 1st and goal at the 3. Little eye candy here from the offense, some pre-snap motion. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. And he fights in for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back, but the continuity of this offensive line was on display, and that's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
BAT is good. They jump in front, 7-0. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. So Alabama's offense takes the field. The first chance we had to see them today. We got a quarterback here coming off a sensational performance, Kirk. He sounded very confident when we met with him this week. Well, let's see if he can build on that this time.
Yeah, I think the last game that he played, he just threw the football on time. He didn't try to do too much, found the open receivers, took what the defense gave him, and as you had mentioned, we had a chance to talk to him. I think that's what he's looking to try to do, not try to live up to the hype, just put together another solid performance. I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
What a move, and he's free. After second effort, he's brought down, but he's past the marker.
And that's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. Don't forget, good blocking up front by the big fellas. And this running back, he just seems to have a nose for that first down marker. A few more runs like this, and he's going to be getting into a rhythm for sure.
He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down. A new set of downs after that completion.
You know, plays like this are what Alabama offense is all about. They run the football, and then they're efficient within their passing game. Think about it. They won a couple national championships with Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron by just being efficient and playing smart with the position and being a great complement to that running game in the defense.
Play action fake, looking to throw. And the quarterback finds the tight end for the completion. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. Alabama getting set for the 1st and 10 now. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. And it's caught. Breaks a tackle in the clear now.
Okay, here they go. Big first down, good pickup, and they are off and running.
Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Play action here on 1st down. Throw to the sideline, steps out after a short gain. And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the 1st down marker. 2nd down after that completion. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Close to the tight end. Touchdown! Tie! They finish off the scoring drive. Here's the point after attempt. No surprise there, Kirk. It's a red zone touchdown to the big tight end.
Well, the tight ends are usually much more involved down in the red zone because of their size and their skill set allows them to be more effective down in this area. Now, they may not hurt you on the big, long throw, but they can use their bodies to provide the quarterback a nice target when the defense is so condensed.
He tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Kentucky offense is back out on the field. And the first play of the drive now coming up on the 17-yard line. The offense will take their first 10 out of the half to talk strategy here. Takes the handoff and tests the left side. They bring him down, but he reaches the 30-yard line. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. 1st and 10 now for the offense. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Pass is incomplete. The defense affecting the quarterback with pressure there.
Chris, we're all guilty of this. We all look at the big plays, the quarterbacks, the offense, how many points, how many yards. Sometimes we overlook the most important aspect of the game, the offensive line. You've got to do a good job consistently protecting the quarterback, and it all comes down to the offensive line. And here, they hurry the quarterback, and they blow up the play.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Short connection to the tight end here. They bring him down, but a huge gain. They cross midfield to the 49. This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Defense makes the tackle as the final seconds of this 1st quarter run out. So after a competitive, fun 1st quarter, we are all even. Let's check out some of the stats from that 1st period. And after a promising start, we hope that both these teams will just continue with more of this action. Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. And here's the handoff. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss.
Not only does the defense stack him up at the point of attack, but he was instantly pushed backwards. The defense was prepared to defend the RPO.
Quick throw. Catch made on the out route. Big-time conversion to keep the drive going. First down now from the 30.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on third down, get him the ball.
The game makes it second and medium. The offense with some pre-snap eye candy. Offense will keep it on the ground here. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
Chris, I know it's not a huge game. You didn't pick up the first down, but it's still early in this game. Never abort this running game. You keep working. It's kind of like a body blow in a boxing match. Keep wearing the defense down, and eventually you can hit a big one.
Snags the quick throw. They finally stop him, but a solid play sets him up. First and goal at the 9.
But these guys clearly weren't even thinking about a field goal in this one. They know that field goals won't win a game like this anyway, so be aggressive, and now it's first and goal.
First and goal, handoff. And he's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
A pretty good push up front here by this offense line to get some positive yards here. You wonder if they're going to be able to run it in, or they're going to have to spread this defense out and try to find a one-on-one matchup to put it.
And he bustles into the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky.
Man, that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a third or a fourth later today.
And now here comes the point-after attempt. PAT makes it a 7-point lead. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee to bring the football to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. The last drive, the passing game, very effective. Moved them right down the field. The defense make adjustments. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. He's got room to run. He bring him down, but he makes the 4-yard line. That's a solid gain.
Chris, it really looked to me like those linebackers in zone coverage had their eyes in the backfield looking at the quarterback. They lost the running back sneaking out on that angle route, and I thought the quarterback did a nice job of waiting, being patient, and then making a nice throw for a first down.
And the defense smothers him for no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Looking to throw here. And he finds his tight end for the catch. Breaks a tackle on the play. Makes a decent gain.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Here comes the fourth down play. Offense in the Wildcat. And the defense on alert. Direct snap. And he's in the clear down the right side. End zone ahead. And they tackle him, but a solid gain down to around the 5-yard line.
Boy, this offensive coordinator knows his offense. Fourth down and short, you give it to your back. He's able to do the rest, not only pick up the first down, he almost walks that into the end zone for a touchdown.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Launching one to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Oh, this is how you start to get rolling. That's 2 touchdowns so far, and the more he gets fed, the more often he's going to cash in.
And the point after is good. The PAT ties the game here in the second quarter now. Fields it just outside the goal line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here comes the Kentucky offense back out there. So the first play of the drive coming up here. Under 3 minutes to play before half. Here comes a handoff. The gain is 3. Now it's second down and 7.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
Quarterback will throw this out of the RPO. Looks like Kentucky will have the first down. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout before halftime.
Big conversion there on third down to the receiver. Quarterbacks love a guy that they can depend on in these kind of situations.
Gets the first and still running. They bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid gain.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
First down. Looking to throw the football. With the catch, it's Cook. They bring him down, but the gain moves the ball into enemy territory at the 43. Kentucky getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up.
Boy, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
But crank up the tempo here with the clock ticking down. Second down. Thrown quickly, caught in the right flat. The sophomore with great work after the catch. Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. Fresh set of downs, 1st and goal. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. He's finally tackled out at the 2-yard line. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here.
Chris, down here inside the 10-yard line. These are tough yards to come by. Positive yards. Good push inside there by that offensive line.
All right, second down and goal now for this offense. Looking to score, they'll run it to the right side. The defense takes the 3rd and final timeout to make some adjustments at the sideline.
Well, the defense is locked in on this running back, and for good reason. He's already scored a couple touchdowns. If I'm the offensive coordinator, give it to him one more time. Let him make it a hat trick.
They convert with a sneak. When he didn't get there, the defense makes a stop against this excellent 3rd down offense.
Well, great stop here by this defense to bring us to 4th down and decision time for the head coach. You go the easy route with a field goal, or this close to the goal line, you take a chance to try to get that touchdown.
Try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. And he fights into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats.
What a call here. 4th and goal, and they keep it on the ground for 6. That sends a big message to this defense. The offense felt they could win up front, and the run here confirms it for 6.
So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. We have a shootout developing here. Each offense scoring a touchdown in their last possession. So here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? From the shotgun, here's an inside give. He's got the first and still going. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there. Warner's back up now, playing a couple yards off the ball. Looking to throw it on first down. Just flings it out of bounds, and pass rush closing in. Time ticking away. Time for just one more play before halftime. After the incompletion, QB tries it again on 2nd and 10. Looking for a man deep down the left side. And it's incomplete. Trying for a big play there as time runs out in the first half. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a great one today from there in Tuscaloosa. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. but I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. For now, let's get back to the guys in the booth to start up this second half.
All right, let's get the second half going now. The kickoff team is out there. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. Hoping to click here at the beginning of the third quarter, try to make up this deficit. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Short pass finds the tight end.
That's a good job here, staying ahead of the chains. Good pickup here on first down. The quarterback hits the safety valve that time. The big tight end. That'll bring up a second and manageable here for this offense.
Looks like Alabama will have the first down. It's a solid run. Gives the offense a first down and a new set of downs. Here's the handoff. Fights up a defender. Breaks into the clear. They get him down, but the junior with an excellent run there. Alabama comes up to the line quickly.
What a big game by this offense, and they're now going to kick to that up-tempo. Kind of sense that the defense is a bit on their heels, confused, looking to the sidelines. A great time to go hurry up.
They've got it in the backfield. Nowhere to run. They'll lose a yard on the play.
The defense is not fooled at all. I will tell you, I'm surprised by the call. That's not Brock Bowers out there. They hand it off to the tight end, and the defense is all over it.
That's reeled in. It's Toll. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker. Offense operating at high tempo now. No huddle. And he'll drop back here on third down. The pass rush gets home.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
Punting team on the field. The defense stops the drive with that sack. And the punt will bounce and roll out of bounds. And the Kentucky offense is back out on the field. Crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop. The offense been back. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
That is called gap integrity. Nice job by this defense of taking away that inside run and then using their speed as the back tried to bounce that to the outside. There's just no room to run.
Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. So let's see what they like here on third and short from inside their own 20. Important to pick up this first down. Nowhere to run on that play. They've got him in the backfield. It's a loss of a yard. Punt team ready to boot it away. And this will be fair caught at the 35-yard line. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. They were forced to punt last time. Can they get this offense going finally? Get some points out of this possession. And looking to throw now on first down. Taking a deep shot here to the right. And it's hauled in. Catch made way downfield. Offense keeps moving. It's a completion for a first down.
A nice throw and a great catch by another Alabama wide receivers. And that's really where we are anymore with Alabama. You just come to expect great receivers like this. You think back in recent years to Amari Cooper and Jerry Jeudy, Jalen Waddle, Devontae Smith. The list goes on and on. Boy, they've got some great-looking receivers on this squad.
Alabama now operating in the red zone. Quick throw. The catch is made. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Looking to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown. Crimson Tide.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, it makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
He'll return it from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Here comes the Kentucky offense back out there. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. They'll tackle him right at the 25-yard line.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
Moves the ball out across the 30, and that's good for a first down.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And the quarterback finds an open target on the crossing route. They bring him down, but the sophomore quarterback shows what a cannon he has. Kentucky getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. First down, looking to throw the ball. And the sophomore, a little bit too much air into that throw.
You know, the outcut is a routine throw, but it really illustrates how much time the quarterback and receiver have worked on this route. Because the more you work on it, you could close your eyes and make this throw. But it's not easy if you don't put a lot of reps in.
Finally, they get him. A great tackle by the quarterback. Not easy with that size difference.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
The catch makes it a more manageable 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first down. Looks like Kentucky will have the first down.
How about that, Chris? 3rd down and 2. They get just enough. I thought they might bring the sticks out to measure. It was so close, but they're going to give them the first down. That's just trusting your back to get the yards you need for the first down.
Pulls it in. It's Cook. Defense surrounds it. Just a short gain on that completion. Made the catch, but he was surrounded for not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so they'll take a timeout. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. It's a quick grab. And he's wrapped up short of the marker there as the time runs down near the 3rd quarter. As we take a break to flip ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the current national rankings. Let's see how this 4th quarter unfolds. Everything to play for here for both teams. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. Handoff here from the shotgun. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
And a player is down injured after that last play. They'll take a timeout or they check him out. They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
Catch made by the tight end. Brought down with the completion, moves the ball to the 6. Defense getting pushed back.
That completion gets them a little closer. Quick decisions needed here, especially with 3rd down coming up.
Receiver makes the catch. Touchdown, Kentucky! And they take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Just give this guy the ball and let him do the rest. The quarterback does a nice job of just putting the ball in the receiver's hands, and then he uses his legs with the run after the catch for the touchdown.
So no return here. He takes a knee in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. Quarterback keeps the football. Tough running to avoid a loss, but just barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. Offense trying to find a way to get this drive going. It's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Takes the handoff, and he'll head left. Has the first down and more. Breaks loose at the 45. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. Alabama comes up to the line quickly.
Boy, is this tough to deal with for this defense. Not only do you give up a big gain, but look at this. They're already at the line of scrimmage, about to snap the ball again.
Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
Yeah, Chris, not an ideal play here when you throw the football and you go the wrong direction. I think we got to look at the playbook here to see how we can try to make those yards up.
Oh, what a move. And they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the mark. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Delivers quickly to the left side. Oh, the pass is picked off. Not much of a return, but the pick ends his scoring threat and sets the offense up at the 33.
Chris, if you're going to make that throw, that's called a 2-ball. That means it's got to be on a line. Here he puts it way up in the air and allows the defender to come over and make a play on the ball. Great job by the defense.
First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Looks left and finds his target there.
Chris, it's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
Grinding away with their running game. First down and more. He's still running. Solid gain there. Moves the ball out to the 32.
And that's going to be a first down. And really, Chris, kind of surprised here in the 4th quarter not to see this defense dial up some pressure. They're just sitting back in the base, making it relatively easy for the offense to pick up a first down on the ground.
That run moves the ball across the 40. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. Second down play coming up for this offense. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Grab near the sticks. It's Cook. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
How about that play call here, Chris? I mean, I'm thinking they're going to run the football and continue to work this clock. This gives you an idea how much confidence they have in their passing game and this quarterback being able to throw the football with the lead in the 4th quarter, completion, and you're able to keep that clock moving.
Ball handed off. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. Tailback with another carry. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. One of the biggest plays we've had so far. 3rd down, and the crowd really getting into it. Oh, he makes the catch! And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Kentucky getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. The ball is handed off out of the shotgun. As the first down is still going. Tackle, but first down.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
So the clock stops as we head into the final 2 minutes of play here. This defense needing to step up and make a play now. Time winding down. This offense comes to the line trying to bleed out the clock. On first down, they'll keep the running game churning. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Ball handed off. It's a nice wrap up there by the junior. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Offense facing a third down now. They can still get a first down without scoring. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has a handoff. Oh, and he did not get there. The defense rising up against this elite third down offense.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run phase. They're holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Will spend a timeout, stopping the clock with 22 seconds remaining. So on fourth down, out trots the place kicker in a very big spot here. Med kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that. And they add to their lead. They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The pass rush closing in. And he steps out of bounds. No gain on the play. Went backwards on first down, so second and long from the 24. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. And he'll just throw that one away to avoid what would have been a sack. They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on third and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking for a late, deep throw. That's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a fourth down.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots. Get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field, trying to chip away at this lead. Needs a completion here on fourth down. Bringing pressure. And he's hit just before the throw. The pass ball's incomplete. A big fourth down stop for this defense. So what an entertaining battle here today. But in the end, Kirk, the #1 ranked team couldn't make enough plays to dodge the upset here.
Well, it's hard to have your fastball working every single week when you have that bullseye. And sometimes the pressure is just too much. And you make some mistakes that you don't normally do. And I think that's exactly what we saw today.
And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Street, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.